Hey, Malia.
Ask my Leah, can she
Hi,
hear?
babies. My baby
She
girl.
going from page to
Hey,
page.
Leon.
Anissa, you did so good yesterday. I'm so proud of you.
Oh,
She did.
You
That
had me
girl.
crying.
breathe. Okay. Okay, whoever's listening, let me know if you can hear and see me, please.
Hey, Val. How are you? Thank you for joining.
Hey, Demetria.
Cousin Leon said he loves us both.
If you can hear and see me, can you just type you can hear me? Because I want to make sure I do this whole video for an hour and then nobody can hear or see me. Yay! Thank you, Demetria. I appreciate it, Queen. Okay, because Facebook will
Pastor G.
have me doing this video. Okay, so right now, you guys, we are listening to King's speech, a little snippet of King's speech. I know you guys on Facebook can't hear it, but that's what we're listening to right now.
I'm doing well, Pastor. Thank you.
So we'll be starting in a couple of minutes.
I'm soliciting your prayers.
Amen. Hello, Periscope. Hello. Let freedom ring.
Brandon's on.
He spread it to all his friends.
Okay, we're gonna start in a little bit. My Leah commented on my video. Which video? She's on the wrong video, probably.
Thank you, Pastor G.
I don't see her.
Next time,
Thank you, Demetria, for sharing this
volunteer
video. Thank you, thank you.
with
I
the
appreciate
seniors or giving away, please let me know. I would like to join in. Thank you, Val. Hey, B, my son.
Jews and Gentiles.
Hi, Sister Reed, First Lady Reed. Love you.
See, she got all the people on her page. Free at last. Thank God Almighty. We are free at last.
Yes.
Yay! Woohoo! Now we're listening to Stevie Wonder's
I appreciate
Happy Birthday
you guys
to
for
You.
joining.
I know you guys can't hear it, but that's what we listen to right now.
Thank you guys so much. Hey, Cuz. Hey, Leon. I love you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Welcome to Warriors Talk here on UBM Radio with your host, Lady Rochelle. And as always, I'm so excited you have chosen to tune in today. It is Motivational Monday, and I want everyone to stay connected with me on all forms of social media: Facebook /Warriors Talk with the Nest, Twitter @Warriors Talk 1, Instagram, Warriors Talk 1. You can always email me show ideas at warriorstalk1@gmail.com. And I'm also live on Periscope right now.
Love you too, Cuz.
If you ever miss a live broadcast of the show, please go to Spreaker.com, and that's SPREAKER.com. Follow me, and I will follow you back. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Warriors Talk with Lady Rochelle, for Eyes on the Community, as I attend different events around the community as it relates to cancer and other diseases that are plaguing our community. We would love for you to call in. We will be giving away free CDs today.
Yeah.
Our guest last week, Dennis, she's looking like, what? He left us with his a couple of CDs that I'm going to give away. So you can call in at 312-754-4333, and we would love to hear from you. This show is actually dedicated to Eloise, or AKA Wheezy. She is a 6-time cancer slayer, as I call her. And she is celebrating 10 years of survivorship. 10 years. So we are excited with her. On another note, please keep Bishop Eddie Long's family in your prayers.
Yes.
He lost his battle with cancer yesterday, and we know it's not easy for his family at this time, so please keep his family actually, in your prayers. Now, last week we talked about unmasking breast cancer in men. And breast cancer in men is rare, but it does happen. Less than 1% of breast cancer occurs in men. 2% of breast cancer diagnoses are diagnosed in the United States. Like black women, black men are likely to be diagnosed with breast cancer at a younger age than their white counterparts. So Warriors Talk was excited to talk to Dennis Smith, who has a family of cancer running rampant throughout his family. His father was actually a breast cancer survivor. He was diagnosed in 1997. So right now he's doing well. He went through chemo and he also went through a bilateral mastectomy. So he is doing well right now. So Dennis wanted the men to know the importance of early detection, being persistent with your doctor, staying on your annual screenings, and also getting rid of the Band-Aid effect. That means go to the doctor, stop taking an aspirin every time you feel like something is wrong.
Hey, Lorraine.
And women, we need to also make sure that we are staying on top of our men when it's time for them to go to the doctor as well. So Dennis is a true believer that music is healing for the soul. So he allowed us a sneak peek into his world with his CD, The Smith Brothers Volume 1, You Can Make It. And we listened to Cancer Healing, Jesus is a Healer, Oh Lord Fix Me, and Worship the King. So if you're interested in that CD, you can go to iTunes or you can go to CD Baby, and the CD is actually $10. But for every CD that's purchased and you mentioned Warriors Talk, he's going to donate $3 to the Warriors in Battle Fund to help eliminate some of the financial strains that are associated with cancer. And we had two winners on last week, which was Jerome Baldry and Crystal Ewing. They were winners of CDs, so we will be giving away a free CD today.
Yes.
Our healing verse is coming from Psalms 27 and 14. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thy heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. We know that waiting on God is not always an easy task. And sometimes we feel like God is not moving quick enough to answer our prayers. He doesn't understand the urgency of our situation, so we think. But this is implying that God is not in control, and we know that that's totally the opposite. So sometimes God has to sit us down and give us time to connect with him so that he can direct our path. Our battle of today is trusting God through the process. And according to the Oxford Living Dictionary, a process is a series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. And I related to building a house. When you're building a house or remodeling a house, so what you would do is you would go get the materials, you will hire someone to do the work. And when you're looking at the process of this happening, sometimes you can't always see the end result. And so just like with an illness, God is working in you. And sometimes all of your pieces seem like they're just all over the place. But when he's done, you will see that he has put together a masterpiece, just like with that house. You don't even remember what that foundation looked like before they started building. And that's the same way that God works in our life. So sometimes we have to be patient and we have to trust in him with all our heart. Sometimes we have to get away from our own understanding. And we have to trust in God and allow him to direct our path. So I have a special guest on today, and I'm so excited that she's here. She is a single mother with an incredible outgoing daughter, Jessica. She is an entrepreneur running her own successful business for 19 years as an Allstate agent in Glenwood, Illinois, with her daughter faithfully by her side. She is a breast cancer survivor. She was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2015. She is a born fighter. She's humble. She's a giving person, full of compassion by nature. Paula is striving to grow closer to the Lord, following whatever the Lord leads her. Welcome to Warriors Talk, Paula Kelly.
Thank you.
I am so excited you are here to share your journey.
Thank you.
Let me just let y'all see how beautiful Paula is. Hold on. Can you see her? So Paula is going to be sharing her journey with us, and she also brought along her daughter to give some insight as well. So, Paula, I'm so excited that you're here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, you are so welcome. I know this has not been an easy journey for you,
No.
but by the grace of God, you are here.
Yes.
So take us on your journey.
Yes. First of all, I want to give God all the honor and thank God for bringing me through this journey, because without God, I would have lost my mind. And I like to thank my family members, especially my daughter and my sisters and my brothers, and then just my church family for praying for me, because going through this battle is really hard, and it's good to have people praying for you and people that's in your corner. So around July of 2015, I went in for my mammogram. And as usual, they called me back in and said, well, we need to do another one, or they need to do a CAT scan. So they called me back in and they wanted to do another mammogram. And as they was doing the mammogram, the technician kept running out the room, and then the doctor came in and they wanted to do an ultrasound. So through that process, we went through MRIs and all kind of testing to find out that I had cancer, breast cancer, in my right breast. And my family stuck closely with me, my sisters and my daughter, and I thank God for that. And as the saints was praying for me, it is like building a house, because I was a total mess, and without God, I would have just fell apart. But through the process, and talking to the surgeon, the surgeon, he told me that I had cancer in my right breast. And first it was supposed to be a little spot, but as we kept going on with the testing and everything, the spot got bigger and bigger and wider and wider. So he wanted to take the right breast off. And my sister asked a very important question, and she asked the doctor, she said, well, what's the chances of it spreading to the left breast? And he said 1 in 3. So the doctor wanted to take both breasts off. So what I told the doctor was that I need to go home and talk to my family, and I needed to pray about it. So as the next day when I woke up, I was in the mirror, I was getting ready for work as usual, and God spoke to me, and God said, take them both. And I called the doctor back at 9 o'clock that morning as soon as they opened up, and Sue answered the phone, and I said, Sue, I say, the doctor's waiting for me to give him what I want him to do. So I told her, I say, I want you to take them both. And through the process of the surgery of removing both breasts, in the left breast, which was supposed to be cancer-free, there were more cancer in the left breast than it was in the right breast.
Wow.
So it's just so important to have a relationship with God, because God will lead you and guide you in the right directions for what you need to do. And on my mirror at home, that's my favorite verse, is trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. So after I had the surgery and I had the double mastectomy, my daughter stuck closely by my side, as well as my other family members, and I had to do a reconstruction surgery. And during the reconstruction surgery, my entourage was with me, and the surgery was supposed to only take 10 hours. Well, this 10-hour surgery ended up being 20 hours plus. And God sustained me through that surgery, and he kept me through the surgery, and he kept my mind and my whole life, my family together. And I just thank God today for just bringing me on this journey. And ladies and men, it's just so important for you to go out and get your testing done, get your mammograms, get your colonoscopies, get your all kind of testing for cancer, because cancer is running rapid through this world. And if you're diagnosed with cancer, you want to be diagnosed at a stage 1. And then that way the doctors can have different options to do. And we do know God is a healer, because God could have just miraculously just took the cancer away. But that's not what God wanted to do. God healed me through the doctors. And we have to, as we trust and believe in God, we have to trust and believe that God is leading the doctors to what they need to do for our health.
Now, the important things I heard you say is about your relationship with God and how God healed you through the doctors. I think a lot of times we have so many people around us when we do get a diagnosis, and so many people are in our ear telling us what to do, what their friend did, and who died of this, and it's just so much chaos going on around you that sometimes you can't even hear the voice of God.
Yes.
So you have to get to a place to where you silence out the noise so that you can hear Him. If you're not able to hear Him, then you're not going to know which route to go.
Yes.
So number one, that's important. And then you talked about having a good relationship with your doctor.
Yes.
Because a lot of times we tell doctors that we have something's going wrong. Sometimes they'll push you off, you know, and you have to be persistent, and your doctor have to be able to take you serious and not think that you're just another number coming in, you know, and it gets you in 15 minutes and you're out of there. So those things are important. And then also, you said the earlier you get in, you want to get an early diagnosis because you have more options, and you have a better outcome.
Yes.
And so those are very important things for, I think, people can take away from it. Now, going through this and you're trusting in God and you have faith that God healed you through the doctors, did it take your faith to a different level? How did that work as far as your relationship with God?
I believe that because at the time I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I was in missionary school. And as I was studying for missionary school, studying the lessons and everything, I was, you know, facing this crisis for breast cancer also. So my faith level was being tested by the devil. And I just had to kick the devil out the way. And it's not as easy as I'm sounding like it's easy, but I had to learn how to kick the devil out the way and just let God be in control of the whole situation. And as God was in control of this whole situation, from my primary doctor to my cancer surgeon doctor to my reconstruction doctor, everything just fell in line, and everyone was on one accord. And from each hospital to each doctor, from the nurse to the nurse's aide, I was treated like I was a queen. And I just thank God for that.
I think that's how you can know that God is in control, because God is not a God of confusion. And when things are just lined up and they just tend to just fall in place like that, then you know that God has His hand in it.
And yes, I just wanted to say one more thing. As they were doing it, when I did the mammogram test, and they wanted to do another test, and they wanted to do another test. So I pretty much knew what was kind of going on. And so I would pray, and I prayed to God, and this was my prayer every day, that I said, Lord, you know what's going on, even before the doctors know what's going on. And I said, whatever the outcome is, whatever the diagnosis is, I said, Lord, just give me that peace that surpasses all understanding. And I said, whatever doctor call, I said, when he called, I don't want to fall apart. I just want to stand strong in your word, and I want to just stand fast and not fall apart, because I'm going to trust and believe in you. I'm going to trust and believe in your word. I know that you're real. And when the doctor called, I was at work sitting at my desk, and when I seen his number, I said a quick prayer. He gave me his diagnosis, and I asked the doctor, I said, okay, well, what are we going to do? And he said, but you heard that I just said that you have cancer. I say, I understand all that. I said, so now what is our next step? What are we going to do to get this cancer out of my body? And so he was like, well, Paula, are you okay? I said, I'm fine. I said, but I need to know what we're going to do to get this cancer out of my body. So he recommended me to another surgeon. So once I got off the phone with him, I called my pastor, who is Pastor Michael Richardson, and I talked to him for a while. And it's just good to have a good pastor who you can call in a time of trouble. And I called my pastor, and we shared some scriptures. My pastor prayed for me. And once I got off the phone, I had myself together. My only really worry was, how was I going to tell my children, especially my daughter. I say, you know, because my daughter and I, we're so close, And my worry was, how am I going to tell my daughter that I have cancer? Because we have taken care of people with cancer who has passed away, and I didn't want her to think that something was getting ready to happen to her mother. So that was my only worry, if I had a worry. What was I going to tell her?
Oh, wow. I can totally relate to that. God brings us to a particular season in our lives that makes us uncomfortable, stretch, and simply out of our element. These are just signs that God has chosen to use you, and He sees more potential in your life than you do in your comfort zone that you have created. And we have to pay attention to God. He's our creator. He's the Holy One. He's the one that knows all things. He sees all things. He knows, like you said, what the outcome is going to be before we even go to the doctor, before we even talk to Him. He already knows what we're going to ask for. So if you don't have that relationship with Him, you're not going to be able to hear from Him. You're not going to be able to make the right decisions. You're not going to be able to pick the right team to be around you when you're going through the situation, because your medical team is just as important as your support team that you have around you. So all those things, you need to go to God in prayer. And the good thing, the best thing that you can do is what Paula did. She went in prayer first before you even heard from the doctors. So when you heard from them, you didn't have to go into a deep depression.
No.
You didn't have to commit suicide, because God, He will give you that peace.
Yes,
you
He
ask
will.
for it, He
He
will
will
give it
give
to
you
you.
that peace, and He will give you strength.
And He will give you strength to get through it. So we just have to make sure that we give reverence to the Holy One. And we're going to listen to Tremaine Hawkins' Holy One.
Yes, that's my favorite song. I love it.
I know Jess told me.
Now I'm going to stop crying.
Hello, Annette. Hello, Red. Hi, Mylea.
Hey,
Make sure y'all share
Loretta.
this video. Share
Hey,
the video.
Kiana.
We're listening
I
to
love
Paula's
you, cuz.
favorite song.
Hey,
It's
Dana.
called Holy One by
Diane.
Tremaine Hawkins.
That's my
So I'm
favorite
excited.
song. I love it. I live my life by this song. I don't want to lose the fight.
Amen.
She would sit and cry to this in the car.
Yeah.
Wow. Mine's is Yolanda's Yolanda's Adams. Be blessed.
Yes.
That song gets me every time. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys. So I'm gonna give away this CD. When we come back, I'm gonna announce it so you guys can call in. But I'm
Thank
telling you guys
Pastor.
first. Hey, Red.
Yeah.
How are you? I'm going to give away the CD, so I'm telling you guys first. It's 312-754-4333. And this is from my guest from last week, Dennis Smith, the Smith Brothers, with You Can Make It. And we played about 4 of his songs last week, and he left me with some more CDs. So I will be giving away CDs today. So if you haven't already, please share this video. Please, please, please.
My purpose and my goal. Yeah.
D. Curtis Randall is watching. Hey! He's right there. Annette. This
Hey,
is
Val,
great.
mommy.
Enjoying you and your guest.
Hey,
Paula
Val.
Kelly is a gentle face of Emmanuel.
Thank
She is
you,
the first
Val.
person
Hey,
you see
Paigey.
when entering the church. Beautiful spirit. Oh, that's sweet. Get on the air.
Kiana. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Lord, I wanna be able to succeed.
She's singing her song, yeah.
This is the new choir member right there.
I know it. Ah! There you go, there you go.
Hey, my sister. I love you, Lorraine. Yes. My purpose and my
Live
goal.
broadcast not working for some reason. My live broadcast,
And my goal.
my live broadcast, is not working. Let me know. Please let me know if this is not working, because I will shut it down and start over.
You can't hear the song?
Okay, the song you're not gonna be able to hear because y'all on Facebook Live. The only people that can hear the song is you have to go to the website urbanbroadcastmedia.com, and you can hear the actual song. You can't hear it on Facebook Live. It's in our ears, so you're not gonna be
I'm
able to
gonna
hear
send the song to you, Lorraine, so you can hear it. This is my theme song. I love this song.
Or you can just sing it to them. Come on.
Or I can sing it to you, Lorraine.
it.
Okay.
So let me know. Let me know
Love
if you
you,
guys can
Diane.
still hear and see me. Because if this is not working again, I can shut it down.
Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, I fool around much too long.
Okay, I can hear you clearly. Thank you, Red. I appreciate that. Annette says I'm here. Okay. I just want to make sure. Red, did you share this video already? Can you please share this video so somebody else can hear this journey? Hey, Virgie. Hi. Maybe my connection because now Jessica is buffering. Oh, okay. And you probably got to go around to all three of us.
I'm checking your Facebook thing. It's working.
It's working? Okay, great. Okay,
that's fine.
awesome.
Oh, by the way, those clocks are right.
They are?
They are exactly right.
Oh, wow, okay.
So that means at 57, say goodbye.
All right. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay.
Hey, April.
So at 7:57, we got to sign off. Thank you, Virgie. Thank you, Annette.
Hey, Cliss.
Okay, we're about ending the
First
song
Lady
right now.
Hill.
We're listening to Paula
Just
Kelly's
say
favorite
hello.
song by Tremaine Hawkins, Holy One. And we got a couple of commercials, and then we're coming back. And then I'm going to give away this. So I want you guys to call in for the CD.
Call in for the CD.
It's
I
freezing up.
should.
James says it's freezing up. Okay. Is anybody else freezing up? Please let me know. Because I can stop it and start all over again. Let me know if this is freezing up.
Thank
Listen.
you.
Fancy.
Yes, I love that song. Ah, thank you, Virgie. Thank you. I'm getting ready to give away a CD, Virgie.
What's the number? Got this. Hello?
Call me.
Okay, we'll be back in about 2 minutes. That plays every week.
Thank you.
Sounds nice.
That's a girl from my job. Her name is Toya. That's a girl from my job that did it. She's doing voiceover, so I got her
That's
to do
nice.
it. And then that's my Leah.
You okay?
Virgie, you were freezing out to hear what you said about the CD. Okay, I'm getting ready to give a CD away for free. So I'm gonna give you the number to call in as soon as we get back. We'll be back in like 30 seconds. So tell me if you heard that. I'll make sure that this is working.
That sounds like my Leo. Is it my Leo?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like it. Yeah.
Hey, Anita. Anita, let me know if you can hear and see me clearly, please. That's my other sponsor. Thank you, Virgie. She's also, her name is Candace Lucas. She's a breast cancer survivor as well. So she came on the show and she was like, you need sponsors? I was like, yeah. She was like, gotcha. I was like, God, it's so good.
Amy.
Yes, 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 yes. was like, God is awesome. Okay, Jessica, get ready.
You got another bottle right here.
Yes, you did.
All right, you guys, I can hear and see you. Awesome. Did you share this video, Anita? Please share the video.
Hey, Tracy.
All right. And we are back. This is Lady Rochelle with Warriors Talk here on UBM Radio with my special guest, Paula Kelly, who is a breast cancer survivor. And we are talking about trusting God through the process.
Yeah.
So she just gave us a synopsis of her journey. And we are just so excited because she is also a sponsor of Warriors Talk.
Yes.
She is one of the reasons why we air live every single Monday. So tell us a little bit about Allstate.
Well, Allstate Sales Life, that's our motto. And I've been with Allstate as an agent, and I have my own office in Businesswoman for 19 years. So our specialty is life insurance. And we also do auto, we do your homeowner's insurance, we do condo insurance. And the most important insurance that's left out is renter's insurance. Do you know that your landlord will not replace your personal property if there's a fire in your apartment? So renters, you need to get renter's insurance. Give me a call, 708-758-3300. And we also specialize in specialty vehicles like your motorcycles, your boats, your speedboats, and your aircraft vehicles. And just give me a call and we can have a conversation. Thank you.
Awesome. So again, she is a sponsor here on Warriors Talk, and
Hey,
she
Chucky.
is responsible for me being live every single Monday. So
Hey,
please
Joyce.
contact Paula Kelly at Allstate in Lansing, Illinois. Thank you, Paula.
Glenwood, Illinois.
I'm sorry. It's on
Glenwood,
Lansing Road in
Illinois.
Glenwood, right?
Glenwood 327 East Glenwood Lansing Road, Glenwood, Illinois 60425. And speaking of that, God just blessed me with a new location, which is right next door to my old office. And it's a really bigger space. It's a lot of room for growth at a lesser price. God is good. Trust God through the process.
That is awesome. Thank you for correcting me because I want to make sure that people go to the right place.
Exactly.
Amen. And I'm just so excited. We are about to give away a CD, you
Yes,
guys.
yes.
A free CD. You have to call in to get it. This is from my guest from last week, Dennis Smith. And the name of the CD is The Smith Brothers, You Can Make It. So I need someone to call in at 312-754-4333. Again, call in so you can win this CD. 312-754-4333. And we also have in the studio with us Paula Kelly's daughter, the incredible Jessica Kelly.
Hi.
Hello, Jessica. And Jessica was basically her right hand
Yes.
going through this cancer diagnosis. And how old are you, Jessica?
I'm 18 now.
So Jessica's 18. This is a lot for an 18-year-old to take on, having your mother being diagnosed with breast cancer. And you're an only child, correct?
Yes.
Tell us how your journey went with that.
It was very hard at first. Well, it's still hard right now.
Take your time.
At that time, it was rough. I feel like it was even harder because I had just transferred into a school and there was a lot of stuff going on at the time. And my mom, it's only me and my mom. I still sleep with my mom every night. I do everything with my mom. I text her during the day if something is wrong. So for me, to find that my mom has cancer, that was something major and it impacted me really great because that's the only person I have in my life. I don't trust other people, and so that's all I have is my mom. My mom is my rock. If your rock is shaking, you shaking too. So basically, when she was going through every doctor's appointment, I was missing school. I wanted to be there every doctor's appointment. I met all three of her doctors, and I met her surgeons, I had to pray with the surgeons. There was no one cutting my mom without us going in prayer. Every doctor's appointment started off with prayer because we want to make sure that the diagnosis they give my mother and the treatments they want to provide to her, you want to make sure that it's right. And I want to make sure that the Lord is leading the hands.
Yes.
And that's important. I'm glad that you actually included her in on the process. A lot of times we leave the children out. They don't know what's going on. And then if something devastating was to happen, all you know is mama was sick. You don't know what the details of what mama was going through. So if you need that information growing up and for your kids to get that information, we need to make sure that we tell kids what's going on medically so that they can be better informed. So that moving forward, Jessica knows my mom had breast cancer, so she knows what to do when it comes to her breast. She knows what to tell her doctors when she's going in for appointments. And that's important. And it's a lot to be put on a child, but it also matures you as well.
It made me step up to the plate. I had to become her basically full-time nurse. In the morning, I would wake up, I would change. She had bulbs coming down out of her sides during the reconstruction part, and I had to change that. I made a bed, like, out of pillows and sheets. I slept on the floor right next to her every night. And I would make her oatmeal before I left school.
I love oatmeal.
We make the cinnamon sugar oatmeal, put a little dab of sugar, and then we did that. That was our routine. I'd come back home. I would fix out a plate of food, and I'd give it to her. And then we would go back and change her bandages also. And then I would sit do my homework on the floor while watching her. But if she had to get up, I was there trying to help her. It made me mature really fast.
And the biggest thing with Jessica going through this process, it was a hard process. But like Jessica said, with the Lord on our side, I just don't see how anyone can go through this process without God. And I think the biggest thing for Jessica was that she was so focused in on, she didn't want anybody else to touch me, even though I had a nurse coming in.
Wow.
She didn't want the nurse to change my bandage. She wanted to change my bandage. So I would tell the nurse, just leave one for my daughter, let her change the bandages. And she still kept up with her homework. But one Sunday, I seen something in her face that I didn't like, and it was stress. And I looked at my baby, and I asked her, I said, Jessica, I said, what's wrong? And she said, nothing, Mommy, nothing. I said, no, baby. I said, what's wrong? And so then Jessica stood there, and she began to cry. And I knew it was overwhelming for her. So I leaned on 3 of my spiritual sisters, and I texted them. And I asked them, I said, please go into prayer for my daughter. I said, because if this is overwhelming for me, and I'm adult, she's a teenager because she was 16 at the time, and she's going through this and trying to keep up with her grades because she's always been an excellent student, and she's an AP honors student. And so she's keeping up with all this homework, and then she's trying to take care of her mother too. I said, you guys, please pray for my daughter. And as they began to pray for her, a couple of months later, we got a letter in the mail from her school saying that they wanted to recognize Jessica along with some other students for being the distinguished honor student. And I was so happy for her. And it was a surprise to her because she didn't think she was doing good at the time. And see, again, when you trust God through the process, God will guide you through the process. Matter of fact, when you get weak and when you don't feel like you can carry yourself, God will pick you up and carry you.
Won't you do it?
Yes, He will.
Amen. Amen. I just want to read some of these comments really quick. We have a winner on the phone. Do we have a winner? We do. Oh, I put the winner through. Yes. Hello. Hello. Yes, how are you? Who am I speaking with? What's the name again? Olivia Collins. Wow, well, you are our winner today of the CD. I'm so excited. Yes, you are. The title of the CD is called The Smith Brothers, You Can Make It. Oh, your Virgie sister. Did we meet? Did we meet before? Oh, Olivia, did we meet before? No, okay. Is Virgie right there with you? Hi, Virgie. I'm so excited for you, Olivia. Thank you so much for calling in. Are you enjoying this testimony? Awesome. Well, what we're going to do is my producer is going to take your information and then I am going to mail you out the CD. So please do not hang up. And I'm so excited for you. Our winner is Olivia Collins. Thank you, Olivia.
Thank you, Olivia.
Yay, I'm excited. All right, Olivia just won the CD. You got to be listening to win.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to read the comments really quick. Annette said, oh my God, this is beautiful. Jessica is a pillar of strength like her mother. What a blessing at a young age.
Thank you.
And let's see, who else? James Poole, he says, bless you, young lady. And then somebody else says, bless you, baby. Let's see. If you guys, because my Leah is telling me that the video keeps freezing up. If anybody else is having issues, please let me know so I can restart this video. We was talking to Paula Kelly's daughter, Jessica, and she was telling us about her journey because Paula wasn't the only one that was going through this journey. Even though she was the one diagnosed, we have to remember that cancer, although the one person is diagnosed, the whole family goes through cancer.
Yes.
Cancer goes through the whole family. So whatever affects the person with cancer affects the other person. And that's why it's important for you not to carry that burden by yourself. And so I just commend you for bringing your daughter in on the conversations with the doctors, on the prayers with the doctors, because when you're going through something like this, you need to pull in everybody, everybody with some strength so that you can relieve yourself. Because although sometimes even when you're done with cancer, when you're done with the surgeries, when you're done with the doctor's appointments, cancer leaves residue.
Yes, it does.
It leaves residue, and the residue is not always physical.
Yes.
It leaves behind mental residue, because sometimes your body has been through the treatment, but your mind needs time to catch up.
That's right.
So your mind needs time to heal. And a lot of times we don't think about it until we're done going through that cancer diagnosis, and then you sit down and it hits you.
Yeah.
And your mind is like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And you have to process it.
That's right.
So what actually kept you sane, Paula? Like, what kept you knowing that I'm not going to lose my mind through this process?
Well, like I said, I'm a strong believer in God. I'm a strong believer in my faith. And I read a lot of healing scriptures. I've read a lot of faith scriptures. And I totally believe in God. I believe God is a healer of the body and the mind.
Mm-hmm.
And my family members, my sister Lorraine, she was at my every beck and call. Even at the 20-hour surgery, she sat there along with my daughter and other people, but she sat there, and everything the doctors needed, she would talk to the doctors and let them know, you know, you have a special person on this table. This is my sister, this is my baby sister. And I thank God for having family members and cousins and, you know, just loved ones just at my side at this time. And then my daughter, you know, I have to look out for her, so I'm always looking at her to see kind of what's on her mind, because right now she's writing a lot of essay papers, and some of her essay papers want to know what was your big life-changing event. And one of those papers was my breast cancer journey. And, you know, I knew it affected me physically and mentally, and I had to process the journey. Physically, I had got through that, but then once I sat down, like Lady Rochelle said, once I sat down and it hit me, I'm like, wow, you know, I went through this, I went through that, you know, and what pretty much got me through is that I wanted to help somebody else who's going to go through this journey, you know, and it's not a death sentence. It will make you stronger. and it would just increase your faith in God, because God is going to bring you through. If you truly believe in God and you trust God through your all, through your everything, God is going to bring you through, because God don't want none of his children to suffer. You know, he want us to be strong. He want us to believe in him and trust him. And oh yes, the saints of God will get sick. And we might be diagnosed with cancer. We might be diagnosed with something else, but we have to strongly trust and believe in God. And my little angel, which is my daughter, Jessica, I had to get through it for her, because I knew that with all the people that we have taken care of with cancer and other ailments and stuff, I just could not, you know, even on my bad days, one of my advocates and missionary Annie Owens, she's one of my sisters, my advocate, along with Lady Rochelle, she would tell me things to do and not to do. And one of the things she told me, she said, some days you're going to get down there. She said, I don't care how strong you are, you're going to get down there. And she said, but just don't stay there when you get down there. She said, you pull yourself up. And a couple of times I did get down there. And so I had to call on someone who was a little stronger than me, who had a positive attitude, to pull me up out of that rut I was going through that day. And, you know, because when you have the saints of God and people you can talk to through your journey, it just make it easier to go through it.
It really does. And you stepping into my next segment. So it talks about 6 ways that you can learn to trust God through the process. And one of the ways is to let go of your idea of how things should be, because God's ways are not our ways.
That's right.
And he chooses to do things different. And when he does them, they're greater than anything we can ever imagine. It says to turn to God in prayer, even when we doubt, especially when we doubt. Turn to God in prayer, because he's going to make the difference. And then the next one was ask others to tell you their God stories. Ask for others' testimonies to help bring you through. And that's what this show is all about. It's about testimonies, how God has healed, how God has brought you over, he's brought you out. We want people to know that's in battle, that, like you said, Sister Paula, this is not a death sentence. It does not have to be a death sentence.
Right.
And then it says, thank God for what he's already done.
Yes.
Be grateful.
Yes.
Be grateful. We could think of a lot of things that he's already brought us through.
Yes.
When we're complaining. And when you think of those things, it just turns it all the way around and say, why wouldn't he bring me through this?
Right.
He's brought me through all of those. Why wouldn't he?
Well, yes.
And then the other one is another thing that you've done. Reach out to other people. Reach out to other people and ask God to show you how to encourage other people, and then how people can encourage you.
Yes.
Did you know I call missionary Annie Owens my shero, because she went through it before us, and just to see her standing there as a pillar of strength, it's like she got through it. I can get through this. I can get through it. And you are going to have those days when you're down, and I like that. Don't stay there.
Yeah.
And if you have to get help, get help.
That's right.
Saints have a problem with getting help. It's taboo to get help. No, it's not.
No.
If you lose your mind, you're no good to anybody. So it's okay if you have to go see a counselor to talk about the things that you went through. It's okay to talk to other people about that.
That's right.
And then it says, strive to see things through God's eternal eye. See things through God's eternal eye, because the problems on earth is not our fate. It's not our destiny. So we have to stop looking at it like that. And like you said, God wants the best for his people.
That's right.
He really does. Okay, this brings me to Jessica. Give me some words of wisdom for a teenager that mom may be going through, that needs some words of encouragement from someone who's been there.
Hi. Coming from me, I would say, from my experience with this, find you the right best friend, the person that's going to stick by you, not the person that you can call on and they will say, okay, we can go to the mall. Ask for an actual best friend that will get down on the floor with you and you will pray. Someone who's not going to let you sit in school and cry. Find a best friend who you can actually call on and trust, who someone's going to sit at the hospital, and someone's going to go with you who you can call on when you feel sad. Also, don't get down yourself. You need to use your strength. Like with me and my mom, we use each other. When my mom was down, I would go in her room, give her a box of tissue, but I'm like, you can't stay like this, Mom. You can have your 30 seconds of crying, but that's all. And then when I would get sad, she'd be like, Jess, what are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be my rock. We not doing that. So, in words of encouragement, would just say, keep leaning on God, because He will pull you through it. And through the whole thing, you might doubt Him sometimes, but don't stick right there, because He always there to provide, no matter what happened.
I like that. Very mature for an 18-year-old. Paula Kelly, give us some words of wisdom.
My words of wisdom is just to continue to trust and believe in God. You know, we are spiritual people, but we have to learn how to find another person. Like Lady Rochelle said, her shero is Sister Annie Owens. Well, seeing Lady Rochelle, she went through the same thing that I was going through just a year before I went through mine. And Sister Annie Owens, she went through the process years before us. And just looking at them, when I was going through my process, I knew they had made it through. So they were my rocks, which they didn't know, but they were my rocks. And then along with strong prayer and fasting and having a great pastor who you can call, and just he pastor and first lady who you can call, and they'll pray. They'll stop what they're doing and they'll pray for you right there.
Yes.
And they'll give you scriptures, text you scriptures, and here, read this and read this, and all of that is a process, and it'll get you through the battle. And my strong battle was that my daughter was there, my sisters, and just having that strong family support, my brothers, my cousins, you know, and my aunties, and you know, I just had a strong support system. My friends coming over and watching movies with me and stuff like that. They wouldn't allow me to get down and anything, like if I was going to get down. But through it all, like I said, my first point was I prayed before I even got the doctor's report. And my prayer was sincere to God. I asked God, I said, God, whatever it is, I said, just give me the strength and give me that peace that surpasses all understanding. I don't want to be a nervous wreck. I don't want to fall to the floor. I don't want to think of it as a death sentence, Lord. Just guide me through the process of whatever I need to do, whatever doctors I need to come in contact with. I said, Lord, be there in the room before I even get into the room, you know. And we have to learn how to trust and believe in God, because God is our source.
Yes.
He is our strength. Because right now, today, I've been going through some things that's not related to cancer, but I've been going through since September. I've been in some real tremendous pain, but I know my God is going to heal me. And just because I'm going through pain or I have pain in my body, it doesn't mean God loves me any less.
Amen.
God is just shaping me and forming me into the woman He wants me to be.
Amen.
And I just thank God for that.
I truly believe that. And sometimes we just have to sit still. Sometimes God needs to get us still before He does a work in us. So I thank you, ladies, both of you. Paula, thank you for sharing your journey.
Thank you for having us.
You're so welcome. I know it's not always easy. Jessica, thank you so much for sharing your journey as well.
It's no problem. I
Thank you
appreciate being on here.
I really appreciate it. And I know someone was blessed from the story. Your journey is a unique one, unlike any other. So I thank you for taking time out to share it.
Thank you.
Because I know it's like reliving it all over again. Trusting God through the process is like surrendering to Him and trusting Him to be in control of the storm, trusting His plan, trusting the process, and trusting that He has love for you. Can be difficult, but it's not unbelievable. So I'm asking you to trust God through the process. Warriors, remember to keep thriving while surviving.
Yes.
Hey, Facebook.
Hey, y'all.
Thank you, guys. It was a great show. Thank you, Red. Virgie says,
Thank you all
continue
for
to hold on
joining.
to God's hands. Thank you, Virgie.
Love you.
Tell Olivia Collins, I said, congratulations. I will mail her out her CD. First Lady said, great jobs, guys. Thank you, First Lady. Mylea said, yes, great story. Beautiful and strong. Thank you guys for listening in. I need you guys to share this video, please, so other people can hear this journey. Please share the comments. Mylea says, amazing and inspiring. Love y'all.
Thank you.
We love you too, my
Love
Leah.
you too, Mylea.
Baby girl.
Did you share this video? Thank you, Virgie. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much.
Pastor.
If you have anybody,
Thank you, Elder Scott.
Virgie,
Love
that
you.
wants to share their journey, you already know what to do. Get in contact with me.
Thank you,
You're always
little
sending
brother.
me people. Thank you, Pastor and First Lady.
Hey, cousin Annette.
Pastor Andrew was listening. Woo! Yay! We're listening to Pastor pray right now. I know y'all can't hear it, but we're listening. Thank you. If you guys are looking for prayer, my pastor and First Lady did a show on prayer. You can go to Spreaker.com and you can listen to the prayer show that we did. It was about a couple of weeks ago. Just go to Spreaker.com. We did prayer for financial wisdom. We did prayer for mental health. We did prayer for salvation. We did a prayer for physical healing. So if you need prayer in any of those areas, please go to Spreaker.com so that you can get covered in prayer. And again, share this video. We appreciate everybody for listening in. Let me let y'all take a last look at Jessica Kelly and Paula Kelly.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Love you. Be encouraged.
Thank you guys for tuning in. You know that we're here every Monday, 7 p.m. on Urban Broadcast Media, and I will be on Facebook Live. So remember to keep thriving and surviving.